My dear children, how are you all? I hope you all are keeping fine. So, today, once again, I am here just to revise the lesson 10. Okay, so the lesson 10 is communication. I hope you might have understood the meaning of communication. This is only for the children, those who have not understood the lesson. So, what is the meaning of the communication? So, in our first sentence itself, we can see here the meaning of communication is the exchange of information or ideas between people. So, as we are social being, human beings are called as social beings. So, we depend on each other and we need to communicate with each other. So, as we are social being, we need to exchange our ideas, and what we know, we have to share our information, what we know, with others. So, how we can share our information or ideas? We need to communicate with our friends or we need to talk to them. So, in olden days, there were not much means of communication. So, they need to walk far distance to have the communication with their relatives and friends. So, to communicate, we must have the language. Without the language, we cannot communicate with the people. So, what we speak, the other person has to understand, and what other person speaks, we have to understand. Then only we can exchange our ideas. So, you see here, all the living things communicate with each other. So, not only the human beings, but the animals also, they communicate with each other. Yes or no? So, in the morning or in the evening, we listen the birds chirping. So, they are sharing their information or ideas, or they talk to each other, but we cannot understand their language. But when we speak to the animals, some animals, they understand us, but the language of animals we cannot understand. And next we see, so we need to develop the language. First of all, to communicate with others, we need to have the language. So, language enabled us to communicate better with each other. So, language enables us to communicate better with each other. So, in olden days, what were they doing? I said in the beginning, they have to walk long miles and they used to communicate with their relatives and friends. So, in the beginning, people used to send their letters through the pigeons or with the help of the horses. Or there were some people, particular people, they used to take the message from one place to another. Then slowly comes the postal service. The postal service is developed slowly. Then comes the telephone, invention of the telephone. All these things developed slowly. And today it is a great help for all of us to communicate our relatives and friends, though they are far away from us. So, what are the means of individual communication? Individual means between the two persons. Alone we cannot be, but between two persons. Okay, so first is letter, then telephone. Okay, and who invented the telephone? So through the telephone we can talk to any person over a telephone. Telephone is the fastest and the most convenient means of sending spoken messages. So you know already how we can communicate with the telephone. Other person is in another place and you are in Damo, and you can communicate easily with the help of the telephone. But there should be a telephone number should be there, then only we can dial the number and communicate through the telephone. Suppose we want to talk to another state, means we need to have the STD number, dialing number, and if you want to talk to another country, then we need to have the IST number. But nowadays mostly mobile telephone is used, or we can say cell phone. You are very much familiar with this. Next comes the fax. So through the fax the written messages can be, or the printed messages can be sent. Email. Next comes the email. You can send a message through electronic email or email using a computer with an internet connection. If there is an internet connection, we can send the email. Then comes the smartphone, that is our cell phone. Smartphone can be used to make phone calls, share music files and photographs, and to receive and send emails. All these things the smartphone was doing. Nowadays so many things are done through the help of the smartphone. The video calls also we can call through the help of the telephone. So many things we can do. Video calls also allow people to see each other. So nowadays people are using mostly the video calls. You can see the face of the person whom we are talking. We can see and talk to them. The mass communication. Mass communication means at a time we can communicate to so many people. That is called as mass communication. For example, books, magazines, newspaper. Okay, these are the written mass communication. And there is TV also is a means of mass communication. Radio, television, cinemas, all these are means of mass communication. Next we will see the internet. You know already what is the meaning of internet. Nowadays we are having the online classes with the help of the internet only. If there is no internet, we cannot communicate with you. Yes or no? So since Corona is spreading very fast, you are not coming to school, but still you are studying sitting at home. Yes or no? So all these are the communication, mass communication. Suppose I am teaching in the class and with the help of the internet we get so many information also. So this is the social networking. Okay, social networking. Then comes next the satellite communication. So since Earth is round, sending radio and television signals around the world was a problem. Communication satellites solved this problem. Satellites are sent into the outer space by rockets. They revolve around the Earth. Signals are sent to the satellites which transmit them back to Earth, covering much large area in the process. So satellite also, through the help of the satellite also we are getting the information. Otherwise without the help of the satellites we will not be getting the information from all over the world. So children, please read this lesson, and I came to know that you have not got the answers for the question. So that also I will be sending. So please copy down in your note. After 16th lesson you can write the lesson 10 question answers. Okay. So by mistake I forgot to send you the answers. Both the answers I will send, objectives plus question answers. So once again I would like to tell that please write it properly, and you have to learn the question answers also. So thank you students. Take care of your health.